Namaste, dear students. Namaste, dear students. Today also, I just like to welcome you to our English class. My dear students, in our previous class, we did the activities for listening and speaking skill. Can you guess what are we going to do for today? Yes, you are right. Today we are going to do the activities for writing skill. And can you guess what we are going to learn to write today in our writing skill? Good. You can see I have written here CV writing. My dear students, have you ever heard the term CV? What do you think CV is? What does it mean? Or do you know the full form of CV? What does CV stand for? So you just guess. And you just tell me, please, try to guess and tell me the full form of CV, all right? So what can it be? Curriculum. Curriculum, Vitae, Vitae. So what is the pronunciation of curriculum vitae? Please try to pronounce it once. Yes, it is curriculum vitae. Now can you guess what does it mean? Good. It means it's a kind of personal's detail, okay? Suppose if you want to give your name, address, your experience, your qualifications, in a sheet of paper in written form, that's what we call curriculum vitae. My dear students, now can you tell me some similar terms for curriculum vitae? What can be the similar terms for it? Good. That can be, see, similar term can be BIO, bio, data. Then what can be the next? Good. RESUME, resume. So please, once again pronounce. The first one, curriculum vitae. So what is it? Pronounce it once again. Curriculum vitae. The second one, yes, biodata. Please pronounce it once again. Biodata. The third one, resume. So please pronounce it once again. Resume. Once again, please. Resume. Good. So can you tell me the format of CV, my dear students? Have you ever seen the format of CV? How we write or how we prepare or how we make our CV? So first of all, let's discuss about what is CV. I just like to show you the slide, okay? Now you can look at the slide. See what is written there. Curriculum vitae, and similar terms for curriculum vitae. You can write down biodata, resume, and CV, short form. Or you can say abbreviated form of curriculum vitae, all right? So what is it? Now you just read it now. See, curriculum vitae means a written record, according to our Oxford Dictionary, okay? A written record of your education and the job you have done that you send when you are applying for a job. My dear students, you have to remember two things about curriculum vitae. So what is it? First of all, you have to understand that it is made in written form. So what we have to do? So it should be made in written form. Next thing you have to burn in your mind is, see, you have to mention about your education, qualification, or you can say academic qualification. Okay? Next thing, what you have to do? You have to mention your job experience that you have done in your previous organizations or institutes, so that you can apply for the new one and the boss may call you based on your experience. Is it clear? And next thing, why do we prepare curriculum vitae? What is the purpose of writing CV? Can you guess? Yes, you can see when you are applying for a new job. For example, you might have done already the job, and if you are not satisfied with that one, or if you want to get a better career, at that time you want to change your job. At that time, you have to make an impressive CV so that the boss may call you for the interview, or you can be selected for shortlisted candidate, and you may get a chance. Okay? So it means the purpose of making a CV is to apply for a job. Is it clear, my dear students? If so, then I just like to show you the, you can say CV given in your textbook, okay? Well, dear students, what can you see there? See, you can find it in your textbook, Unit 6, okay? See, first of all, there is written name of the person, Engineer Nobin Subedi, okay? Then what is written there? Then address of this person, Fedikola Sangza. Then what is there? There is cell phone number, or you can say mobile number, or you can say contact number of this person, Nobin Subedi, all right? Then what is there? Then there is email address. So don't forget. So first of all, what do we need to write? If we are preparing or we are making a CV, yes, first of all, we have to write down our name, then we have to write down our address, then we have to write down our contact number, then we have to write down our email address. Is it clear? Look at then, what's written there? Yes, profile. We have to give our background, what we did, what we are doing, and what is our qualification. In detail later on we'll also give, but here you have to mention in short. See, it's written, I am an engineering graduate with a background in civil engineering and some valuable experience of designing maps. See, this person, Nobin Subedi, is an engineer. Is it clear? He is an engineer. And he has done his engineering in civil engineering, okay? His subject is civil engineering. And he has experience of designing maps. So what does he do? He designs the maps. Then, I am looking for a rewarding position. So why is he preparing this CV? Because he wants to get better job. He wants to get a better job. Or you can say, he wants to build up his career, okay? That's why he is preparing this CV in order to submit to a particular organization. So he has written here, I am looking for a rewarding position that will allow me to build on my knowledge and qualification. So this is his profile. Okay. Now you can see his education, academic qualification. So 2009, you can say 2009 to 2013. See what he did. Is a Western Regional College, Tribhuvan University, and he completed his bachelor's in civil engineering. Okay, so it is from his recent qualification. Next one, from 2006 to 2008, he studied at Bhairav Higher Secondary School, and that is HSCB, Higher Secondary Education Board. He passed his +2 in science. Okay, now you can see 1995 to 2005, you can find Manohar Higher Secondary School, government school. He passed SLC from there. So this is his academic qualification from SLC at that time. Nowadays we say SEE, okay, Secondary Education Examination. Now you can see employment, his experience, his job experience, okay. See, it is from February 2014 to January 2015. This J should be capital letter, okay. So, engineer, see, he worked as an engineer, and the name of the company is B&B Construction Company. It lies in Nepal, And what is his duty there? See, major responsibility, designing maps and survey construction sites. So, in brief, he mentioned there his experience, his work. Now, you can see his extra skills and qualifications so that the new boss may call him, okay, because this can be a plus point for the new organization to hire the manpower, okay, to hire the employee. So what are his skills and qualifications? See, he can speak English very fluently, not only English, but also he can speak Nepali very well. Not only English and Nepali, but also he has a commanding over Hindi language also. So it means he is a good speaker of English, Nepali and Hindi language. So next thing, see, good at graphic design, computer program, and other basic software like MS Word, MS Excel, Adobe PageMaker 7.0, MS PowerPoint, Adobe Photoshop, Freehand, MX, Tally, Nepali and English typing, and email and internet. See, he can use or he is good at these things in the computer programming, okay. So this can be his plus points for the new job. Next thing you can see reference. So what do you mean by reference? For example, Nobin Subedi has applied for the new post, and at that time the boss of that organization wants to know or wants to get the background of Navin Subedi. At that time, whom to call or whom to ask? At that time, we have to give the name of person who can give our detail to that person. Okay, so he has mentioned the reference, Engineer Bachan Joshi, and he is the president of Public Engineering Council, Nepal, and the contact number of Bachan Joshi is, you can see here, 9798000, you know, this is the contact number. Do you understand, my dear students? So after going through this CV, I just like to ask you the questions. Now, can you tell me the parts, or you can say components of a CV? So can you guess what can be the components? What are the parts of a good CV? Please write it down in your notebook. Well, dear students, now you can compare your parts of a CV with me, okay? What are they? Now, look at the slide, components or parts of CV. Now, you can see the next slide. See, first of all, what do you have to write there? Introduction. Please write it down in your notebook also, okay? Introduction. See, introduction means I am breaking this one. I am focusing this point, see, Engineer Navin Subedi. This part you can say as introduction. See, first of all, it is written the name, so you have to write down your name there, okay? Then you have to write down your address. Then you have to write down your contact number. Then you have to write down your email address. Is it clear? So this is your introduction. Is it clear? Now you can point it out in your notebook, so that based on that one, you can later make a good CV. Then I like to show you another slide. See, you can see profile or background. So I have written there profile or background. So under this heading, what sort of things you have to write? Under this part or under this component, what sort of things you have to mention in your CV? See, your post title. See, this person has written, I am an engineering graduate. So he completed his bachelor's degree in engineering. Okay, so he is an engineer. Academic graduation you have to write down there. Then you have to write down your experience. See, he has an experience of designing maps. He has mentioned there. And another important thing he has mentioned, why does he apply for the new post? Or why does he prepare this CV? Means the reason is very clear. See, he has mentioned, I am looking for a rewarding position that will allow me to build on my knowledge and qualification. So we have to write down our reason why we are applying for the new post. Okay. Then you can look at the next slide. Then after, what do you need to mention there? See, what is here? Education. So you can see the slide. See, education or academic qualifications. So what sort of things we have to mention there again under this component? Good. You have to mention the year. For example, you can see 2009 to 2013, he studied in Western Regional College, Tribhuvan University, bachelor's in civil engineering. Okay. Then you have to mention their name of school. See, year 2009 to 2013. Okay, this is the year. Between these years, he completed his bachelor's. Okay, then he wrote their name of the college. Okay, so you have to write name of the school or name of the college or name of the university. You know. Then after, what has he written there? Faculty stream. See, he passed his bachelor or he completed his bachelor's in engineering. So we have to write down that one also, okay? So that is what we call faculty, stream, you know, or you can mention their major subject and level, you know, that he passed or he completed his bachelor's degree, all right? So I have written their note also. It is better to write from recent qualification. See, whenever you apply for a new post, at that time, the boss wants to know your recent qualification. The boss wants to know your recent academic qualification. That's why it's better to write first the recent one. If the boss has to go from your SEE or from the SLC, then it takes a long time for him to know your recent qualification. So if we have mentioned our recent qualification, then it's easy for the boss to find out whether that person is suitable or not for the required position, you know. That's why, my dear students, you have to mention first your recent qualification. All right? Then after, you can see what is there? Employment, is it? So you can see the next slide. So what is written there? Employment, or you can say experience. What was your experience? Or you can say what you did in the past, so that that experience can be a plus point for a new job, so that your boss will hire you as a good candidate for his organization or for his institute. All right. So it is mentioned here. See, from February 2014 to January 2015, he worked as an engineer. So first of all, you have to write down, look at here, write the starting year and ending year of your previous job. See, this person, Navin Subedi, worked as an engineering. Okay, when he worked from February 2014 to January 2015. All right. Then what you have to write down? Then you have to write your post as an employee. What was your post? You have to mention that one. See, this person worked as an engineer. Okay. And what was the name of the organization he worked there? So if you also worked in the past, then you had to mention the name of the organization. All right. So Navin Subedi worked, see, at B&B Construction Company. So what is the name of the company? Yes, B&B Construction Company. Okay. So it lies in Nepal, you know, and name of the institution, organization, and you have to write the nature of your job. What type of work you did there, whether that experience really helped in your new job or not. Understood? So it's written here, see, he mentioned there his major responsibility, or you can say his duty was designing maps and survey construction sites. So the new boss will go through this one, and then you will find out whether you are a right person for a new job or not. Is it clear, my dear students? Then after, what is mentioned here? See, skills and qualification. You can see the next slide. See, skills and qualification. You might have extra things in you, and that can help in that new job also. And those skills can be a plus point for the new organization, so that the boss will immediately call you as his or her employee. All right. So see, what are the skills and qualifications of Navin Subedi here? You can find. He has mentioned fluent English, Nepali and Hindi speaker. See, you have to mention the language you have none. Generally, you speak Nepali very well, and if you have a commanding over, you can say, English language, you have to mention that one. And if you have that type of proficiency, or you can say competency in other languages, you can mention that one also. Not only that much, for example, if you are good at football, or if you are good at cricket, or if you are good at anything else, or if you are good at playing the musical instruments, you know, you can mention such things. Okay, that will be better. So your skill on a particular subject or field, which I have already told you that. For example, if you are good at football, you have to mention that one. If you are good at playing, you can say guitar, you know, you can mention that one. So those things can be also the plus point in the organizations. Is it clear, my dear students? Then you can see what is there? References. I have already told you that. Why do we need to reference? For example, that new boss is unknown about you. And if that boss wants to know about you in detail, at that time he wants to ask. Okay? He wants to ask at that time whom to contact, whom to call, from whom the boss can get your information. At that time, it is better to mention that one. Like Navin Subedi has mentioned the reference, see, engineer Bachan Joshi, and he is the president of Public Engineering Council, Nepal, and contact number is there. So what sort of things we have to mention under this component? Look at the slide. Mention the language, this is not, next slide, you can see. Name of the person who knows you well and can give your necessary information. You have to mention that person's name who can give your necessary details, or who can give your necessary information. All right. So you cannot write anyone's name. All right. You have to write that person's name who can give very right information about yours, you know. So don't forget it. Then after writing the name of that person, then what do you need to write down there? See, his or her post. For example, what is the post of this engineer Bachchan Joshi? Yes, he is the president. He is the main person of the organization. Then after, what do you need to write down there? His or her institute or organization. It means that the name of organization or the name of institute he belongs to. Okay. So what is the name of the organization of Bachchan Joshi? You can find Public Engineering Council, Nepal. All right. Then after, again, what do you have to write down there? Contact number. See, after the name of organization, you have to write down their contact number or email address. Do you know why do we need to write the contact number or email address of the person we have mentioned in the reference? If our new boss wants to ask, if our new boss wants to call, to get the information about yours, at that time, she can immediately contact. Okay, that's why we should not forget to mention the contact number, or we shouldn't forget to mention our email address. Is it clear, my students? Then, if so, then first of all, I just like to show you some samples of CV, biodata, and resume. Okay, let me show you. This is the sample of CV. You can see whether it's very clear or not because I have taken it from sources given there, So if you don't see it properly, so you can go to the Google and you can type there, okay, a sample of CV. You can find a lot of samples of CVs there. All right. At the same time, I just like to show you the sample of biodata. See, biodata. So it is slightly different from, you can say, CV. So next format, you can see resume. See, generally American people say resume, okay? Curriculum vitae or CV, or you can say biodata, are the terms used by British people. And resume is used by American people. And you can find slight difference between these. Okay, my dear students? If so, now we are going to do our task. So you and I, we together make a CV, okay? So first of all, I'll write down here and you also follow me. We are going to practice to write a CV. Well, dear students, so first of all, what do you need to write? See, look at here. So to your easiness, so engineer Navin Subedi. For example, I am going to make my CV and you are going to make your CV, okay? So we have to follow this format for our easiness. So first of all, Navin Subedi. So I write my name here, see. I am Tanka Nath Acharya. Now, you are, my dear students, please you write down your name. Like that, okay? Have you finished? Okay. Then what do you need to write down? Then our address. For example, I can write, let's say, Jorpati, Kathmandu. You also please write down your address. See, you have finished writing your name, then you have to write down your address. Then what do you need to write down there? Your contact number. For example, my contact number is 97. See, my contact number, there should be 10 digits, no? Now, you also write down your contact number, please. After this, you can write down your email address. So, my email address is tanka_nat@yahoo.com. So, you can write down your email address. If not, then you can create your email address, okay? So after that, what you have to write down? See, profile. You can do like this. Let me write down all capital letters. Profile, profile. Now you can simply write. For example, I can write, I am a graduate, Graduate, graduate of bachelor's, BACHE, sorry, you can write English simply. I have already written graduate of English, English. So simply you can write, I am for your example, I am a student of grade 9. You can write down, no problem. Okay? Then after, you don't have experience. If you have experience, then you can write down that one. Otherwise, now your level, not necessary. So I can write that I worked as a secondary secondary teacher in ABC school. See, this is how. Now, again you can add Y. You can see here, I am looking for you can use the same word, no problem, rewarding position, see, same you can follow, no problem. That will allow me to build on my knowledge and qualification. So my dear students, you can mention this one. Have you finished? Good. Now I just like to erase this one and I want to write, okay, here. But you have to continue in your notebook. After this, what do I need to write down? Look at education, okay? You can write down education, education. So you can mention of your junior classes like 6 to 8, 3 to 5, like that you can mention. So I can mention here, let's say 2006 to 2008. My master's degree in education, MASTER, master's degree in education, 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 Tribhuvan University. Okay, then I can write here 2003 to 2006. I can write my bachelor's degree in education again, Tribhuvan University. So likewise, you can mention. Okay, my dear students. Now, after that, what do you need to write down there? Your experience. See, I just like to erase it, okay? But you have to continue in your notebook. Then after, you have to write down employment. See, your experience. EMPLOYMENT, employment. So you can mention, for example, here, I worked as, see, 2008 to 2011. You can write down now name of the organization, ABC College, COLLEGE College. Then you have to write down, let's say, name of the organization, ABC College, Kathmandu, KATHMANDU, Kathmandu. So if you have some more experiences, you can mention here. All right. Then after, what do you need to write down there? Skills and qualifications. See, skills, SKILLS, skills and qualifications, QUALIFICATIONS, qualification. Now you can write your one, okay? So I am good at football. So I can say, first of all, let me write down, okay, language. Fluent speaker, F-L-U-E-N-T, fluent English and Nepali, N-E-P-A-L-I, Nepali speaker. So if you have many knowledge of many languages, you can mention there, okay? I am good at English and Nepali. So likewise, you can, I can use, let's say, email, E-M-A-I-L, email, and internet, I-N-T-E-R-N-E-T, internet. You can say PowerPoint. See, likewise, you can mention what you have, extra skills and qualifications. Suppose if you have the license of two-wheelers, like bike or maybe a car, such things also you can mention here. Is it clear? If so, then look at last. I just like to erase this one to continue it, but you shouldn't forget to continue in your notebook, okay? So reference, R-E-F-E-R-E-N-C-E-S, references. So I can write the name of person, for example, Ram Bahadur, B-A-H-A-D-U-R, Bahadur Acharya, A-C-H-A-R-Y-A, Acharya. Name of the college, ABC, ABC. See, name of the person, you can say Ram Bahadur Acharya. Oh, first of all, let me write down post. Principal, P-R-I-N-C-I-P-A-L, principal. And the name of the organization, you can write ABC College, A-B-C-C-O-L-L-E-G. I have written ABC College. Now you have to write the particular organization. And then what do I need to write down there? See, contact number. I can write contact number of that person, see, 97. Or we can write down email address also. Okay, so email address can be, you know that, R-A-M-B-A-H-A-D-U-R underscore, you can say ach@yahoo.com. Or if it is Gmail, then we can mention Gmail. All right, so have you prepared it? Now, have you found a format of CV in your notebook? Good. If so, then we just like to practice, of your book. See, let me show you the next. Next slide. Okay. So what's written there? Now, it's written. Write a similar CV for yourself when you are satisfied with the format present in class. See, with me, you have already made a CV. Do you know it or not? Now, your job is just to come in front of the classroom and present it. Can you do? Yes, good. If so, my dear students, now let me show you another slide. What is written there? Put into practice. Work in pairs, compare each other's CVs, and suggest the areas to be improved to your partner. Now, your job is that, first of all, you have to make a CV, and then you have to show to your friend, and your friend will also show you, and you try to find out what areas or what components or what parts are still left to improve. You can discuss and you can make a better CV. Is it clear? So your home assignment is you have to make a CV and then you have to show it to your friends and you have to discuss with your friends, and what are still left to be improved, you have to improve that one. So tomorrow I just want to see a better CV that you will make in your at your homes. Is it clear, my dear students? If so, then this much for today. Have a good time. Bye-bye.